Why Godot, you may ask? Before answering that, I would like to say a little about my journey. So, before having any programming knowledge on a school subject, me and my class were able to create a game. Each person was creating a game, and in my case I chose a type of brick breaker. That didn't go so well. Even if Scratch is easy, my knowledge at the time wasn't that good, so the game was just bad. A few years later, I started learning programming, and in another school subject, I tried to develop another game. This time it was in C# and using just .NET. I didn't use any engine. So with this I made a type of battle simulator of Pokemon. And for my surprise, it wasn't bad at all. For my knowledge at the time, it was good. It filled me with joy and happiness. I was thrilled and excited to make more. So, a couple months later, I tried another engine, this time Unity. And it didn't go so well. I tried to make an RPG, and as you may predict, it didn't go well. The project was bad, the game was bad, and I hated every step. I wasn't enjoying it at all. And after that, I stopped making games for a while, and I focused on school. And I didn't make any games again until I found about a new engine. It was not new on the market, but it was my first time hearing about it. It was Godot. I decided to try it, and to my surprise, it made sense. It was just working. It was cooperating with me, and I didn't feel like I was fighting against the engine for it to work. Everything made sense. The language and syntax were easy, the documentation was good. It was incredible. It solved most of my issues with Unity and other game engines. It was free, it was open source, it was lightweight, it was cross-platform, it had GDScript that was similar to Python, and C# that I already had knowledge. It was easy to work on, easy to begin, easy to master. It just works as my brain works. I don't know how to explain this feeling, but if you feel like you are struggling with an engine, I would suggest you all to try a different engine and see what engine fits better your brain and your knowledge. Sometimes your brain isn't compatible with the game engine because every engine has its own logic, its own quirks, and or you like it or you don't. And if you don't have to keep struggling with that engine because everyone uses it. You will find the engine you like, the engine you understand, and the engine that brings 200% of your knowledge. So in the end, why Godot? Well, it didn't have to be Godot. It just happened to be Godot. Godot was the one that fit me better. I didn't feel any struggle with it. It was easy, and above all, it worked like I wanted it to work. And what you can take from here is that you don't have to like an engine because others like. You have to look for the engine you like, the engine that you can work better, the engine that can bring 200% of you. This was a different video than my usual. I hope you like. I will leave in the description couple game engines that you can try if you don't feel good on your current engine. May it be Unreal, Godot, Unity, Scratch, GameMaker, whatever it is. Just give a try at other engines and see how it goes.